Hey guys, Sean here. Welcome to the F1 Word and to the massive news coming out of Red Bull today, and that is that Max Verstappen has signed a new deal with the team which will see him racing for them until the end of the 2023 season. Wow, let's get the news bit out of the way quickly before I give my views on it all. In a statement on the team's website read, the team is pleased to announce a contract extension with Max to race with us until the end of the 2023 season. Max himself added, "I am really happy to have extended my partnership with the team. Red Bull believed in me and gave me the opportunity to start in Formula 1, which I've always been very grateful for. Over the years, I have grown closer and closer with the team, and besides the passion from everyone and the on-track performance, it is also really enjoyable to work with such a great group of people. Honda coming on board and the progress we have made over the last 12 months gives me even more motivation and the belief that we can win together. I respect the way Red Bull and Honda work together, and from all sides, everyone is doing what they can to succeed. I want to win with Red Bull, and our goal is of course to fight for a world championship together." As you'd expect, Christian Horner, who did actually say a week ago that he thought the top drivers would all stay where they were for 2021, added to the statement by saying, "It is fantastic news for the team to have extended our agreement with Max up to and including the 2023 season. With the challenge of the 2021 regulation changes on the horizon, continuity in as many areas as possible is key. Max has proven what an asset he is to the team. He truly believes in the partnership we have forged with our engine supplier Honda, and we are delighted to have extended our relationship with him." Well then, I did not see this one coming. Not so much the fact that Max is staying at Red Bull, but more so the timing of the announcement. I honestly thought that Verstappen would want to keep his options open given the potential seats that could open up at, say, Ferrari and Mercedes. Then again, thinking about that a bit more, with Leclerc getting tied down to a long-term deal with the Scuderia, I suppose that closed off at least one option. As much as I would love to see Max and Charles in equal machinery, Ferrari were never going to put them two together as teammates. Let's face it, they struggled at times to manage the relationship between Vettel and Leclerc. They're not going to be able to manage the relationship between Verstappen and Leclerc. So realistically, that probably only left Mercedes as an alternative, and I'm starting to wonder, if we will now see all the top drivers locked down earlier than perhaps we expected. Anyway, from a Red Bull point of view, this is a massive deal. There has been a lot of talk over the last few months about Max's future and whether or not he would put his faith in this project they've got with Honda. But now that he has, they can really start to focus on that long-term picture. They had a properly good season in 2019, especially when you consider just how much so many people thought they would struggle. And the signs are definitely there that they could mount a serious challenge in the coming season, or at least the coming seasons. Like Horner said as well, with the huge changes due for 2021, driver continuity is potentially a huge advantage, which I guess is why he probably feels like not much will change next year. To me, if you've got your main driver locked down on a long-term deal, that's one thing less to worry about when you've got so much else changing in 2021. So I guess the question is, what does this all mean for the driver market then? We thought it was going to be chaos in the summer, maybe it will go a little bit quieter. I'm not going to say too much on this, if I'm being honest, because there will be a video out of the weekend which will go over it a little bit more. But the fact of the matter is there is only one seat now available at Red Bull, so it's up to Albon now to prove that he deserves to keep that seat beyond the end of this season. You've got Leclerc tied down to the end of 2024 at Ferrari, so that means there's only one seat there if Vettel were to leave. But there are still two potentially available at Mercedes. The thing is, though, with two of the sport's most promising young drivers all signed up, their options are now limited should Lewis Hamilton, for example, choose to walk away. That might now force Mercedes into signing him up as quickly as possible, although that being said, they will probably have tried to do that anyway. Let's face it, he's a six-time world champion. They're going to do everything they can to keep hold of him, and maybe actually looking at it from Lewis's position, because there are a couple of drivers, highly rated drivers, that are now no longer available. He might go into those negotiations with the Silver Arrows with the upper hand, but anyway, that's probably a story for another day. I'm not going to get too into contract negotiations. And this may feel as though the market is now going to be a little bit less exciting this year than perhaps we expected, certainly in terms of the big potential changes at the sharp end of the grid, but actually it's thrown up a few more questions. As I say, what do Mercedes do now? Does this all mean that Hamilton's options are limited? Is it Mercedes or nothing for him in 2021, although I'm sure somebody would try and sign him? What about the likes of Daniel Ricciardo and Carlos Sainz? Does this leave them stuck in the midfield? There is still so much that can change between now and 2021, but it does feel as though the big name drivers are all going to be staying put now. So the question is, who is going to partner those drivers at their respective teams? You can let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Overall, though, I think this is an extremely good move from Red Bull, and yeah, I think for Verstappen as well, quite frankly. This deal means that he will continue to be the focal point of that team, the undisputed number one driver, everything built around him. Also, he knows the team inside out and they know him inside out, so that's always going to be a big benefit. And if Red Bull and Honda can provide him with that package that he needs to challenge and his teammate can play his part, that could all set Verstappen up very nicely indeed for the future. Again, I am a bit surprised he didn't wait and see what Hamilton chose to do first, but ultimately, if Red Bull have offered him the assurances that he needs, and he's seen how things are looking for 2021, and at the end of the day he's happy with them, it makes complete and total sense for him to stay put. They were just a few of my initial thoughts to the news, but what do you guys think? You can, as ever, pop your thoughts down in the comments section, and don't forget that you can follow me on social media as well, with all of the links you need for that in the description down below. But as ever, thank you for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.